Hello and welcome to Thought for July the 14th. Our readings are 1 Samuel chapter 28, Isaiah chapter 4 and Matthew chapter 15. And our thought is, explain the parable to us. But it did not seem like a parable. All Jesus had said when he called the people to him was, hear and understand. It is not what goes into the mouth that defiles a person, but what goes out of the mouth. This defiles a person. Matthew 15 verse 11. It was because the Pharisees were offended when they heard this saying, we read in verse 12, that Peter asked, apparently urgently, for an explanation. The Pharisees, it seems, had got the point. He had quoted Isaiah to them. This people honours me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. Verse 8. Jesus is referring to spiritual defilement, how the mind of a person becomes defiled. Today we would say dirty. Jesus, in explaining the parable, said, what comes out of the heart? This defiles a person. Verse 19. The Pharisees concentrated on the ritual of physical cleansing and the outward evidence of words and actions. The focus was on the ceremonial washing of hands, just like the Muslims do today with places outside each mosque for washing hands and feet before they enter. The message today in Jeremiah is exactly the same. Jeremiah tells the people, O Jerusalem, wash your hearts from evil, that you may be saved. How long shall your wicked thoughts lodge within you? Chapter 4 verse 14. Those thoughts of the heart that defiled them continued to lodge within them, so the disaster God threatened finally happened. He does not mean passing thoughts that we push out of our minds, but what we let our minds and our eyes feed upon. We live in a world today where ungodly attitudes are uttered and ways of living are displayed again and again on TV and DVDs and on the internet, in cinemas and written in books. And the majority of people love to have it so, which is the complaint Jeremiah makes in tomorrow's reading, chapter 5 verse 31. And then he adds the question, but what will you do when the end comes? And that's just the question we should also ask today. He has a vision of what is coming and exclaims, my anguish, I writhe in pain. Oh, the walls of my heart is beating wildly. Crash follows hard on crash. We read in chapter 4 verses 19 and 20. And then God comments, my people are foolish. They know me not. They are stupid children. They have no understanding. They are wise in doing evil. But how to do good they know not. Verse 22. Let us make sure we see the point of the parable and be clean within. And then God will take care of us when the end comes. Well, thank you once again for joining us for Thought for the Day, where together we can open up the pages of God's Word, knowing that Word to be a lamp to our feet and a light to our path.